So, here's the bottom line. The bottom line is I was going to write a book once, and the title of my book was going to be The Food Makes You Sick, the Doctors Make You Worse, and the Hospitals Finish You Off. So, in order to heal, there's only one place that you can go, and that is to the earth. That is the only place where there is any true medicine. When I was working with HIV in Philly, the reason that I like to say I was the Farrakhan of the AIDS world, because I was speaking truth to power and I was empowering the victims. Before I came along, everybody was going along with the program. You get diagnosed HIV, open your mouth, pop 35 pills a day, wind up, throw it up in a ball, moaning and groaning, and making a whole lot of people a whole lot of money. But what I did was, I got people to start asking questions. Well, why am I taking these drugs? What are these drugs? What are the side effects? What are the interactions with the other medications I'm taking? The AIDS bureaucrats did not like that program. Because let's face it, how can you solve a problem without dealing with the cause of the problem? Duh! Does it take a rocket scientist to understand that if a person's dying because their immune system is shot, and you rebuild their immune system, like, what's going to happen? They're going to bounce back, which is precisely what happened. Of course, you would have thought that we had killed them. The way the bureaucrats reacted, they were so horrified. But by the fact that a simple green plant, like spirulina, a blue-green algae that grows on fresh water, which is the foundation of my Power Up supplement, they were absolutely horrified that that simple, inexpensive plant could bring people back to life. So we proved that there's nothing fatal about HIV. If there's anybody in this room, which there probably is, who is HIV positive, there is nothing fatal about HIV. HIV, I compare it to herpes. When a person is carrying herpes, they don't always have an outbreak. They're not always sick. They get an outbreak when? When they're stressed out, when they're not sleeping right, when they're eating garbage, then they break it out. HIV is the same thing. They're both retroviruses. They're both opportunistic viruses. If an HIV-positive person takes care of themselves, they will never develop AIDS. On naturalnews.com, he's got hundreds and hundreds of videos and articles, and there are several videos from cancer survivors on there, people who refused the radiation and the chemo, and the refrain that you hear over and over and over again. Yeah, everybody else in my group took the chemo and radiation, they're all dead, I'm alive. In order for the food companies to make money, they must produce a product that sits on the shelf for 6 months to 2 years. In order to do that, they must remove the nutrients from the food. Because nutrients make food spoil quickly. Then, after they take the nutrients out, they put a bunch of chemicals in the food to make it last even longer, and a bunch of salt and sugar, because when they took the nutrients out, they took the flavor out. And what you're left with is a product that not only fails to give you what you need, because that's how your body functions and heals, nutrients, it's a product that causes problems, because you are not designed to digest it. The idea is how much of your diet is whole foods, pure, natural, whole food, live foods, and how much of it is not. When it's 25% bad and 75% good, your body will handle that 25%. But when it's the other way around, 25% good. I had an apple today before I had the pizza and the ice cream. I'm cool. No. You're not cool. Once you get on this path and you are 75 to 85% whole foods, you will see the weight fall off. By itself. You will not have to suffer. You will not have to sacrifice, because For everything you're giving up, there's 5 things that are better. Taste better, look better, smell better, and treat your body way better. But you have to make an effort. Remember, folks, you do not want to deal with pills. Pills are processed. They are weak compared to the original thing. They are a pale imitation of the original thing. Herbal capsules, no good. Because when they take an herb, with some exceptions, and they put it in a machine and powder it, the active ingredients are released into the air. And plus, those herbal capsules, most of them except for a couple companies like New Chapter and Diet, they've been sitting around forever. Forever. So you want to deal with your herbs in a tea form or an extract form with some exceptions, such as the spirulina, the maca, and the Siberian ginseng that's in the Power Up. Yes?
What about synthesized vitamins like ascorbic acid?
Synthesized, I don't like. I like everything, the most natural form that you can possibly get it. That's when it's medicine. The more it's processed, it's not medicine. But here's the other piece. Most of us, even those of us that are really healthy, we do not have the right enzymes and hydrochloric acid to break pills down. They go right through us. If you talk to somebody that works in ultrasound in the hospital, they'll tell you they see vitamin pills just going through people's systems, totally undissolved.
I just want to testify. My name is Doris McFadden, and about 5 years ago, I was 200 pounds.
Oh.
And I was 200 pounds because I had went through a bad relationship and I was really stressed. So I was very low energy, and I was used to being very athletic. And I met Aisha at the flea market, and I bought the Power Up. And so I would take it in the morning with my apple juice and at night. And it just gave me so much energy, and I was happy. Of course, you know, you need to walk and eat vegetables or fish or whatever, but within 6 months, when I went from 200 to 145, everybody at my job was just tripping. They were like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. And so I was buying Power Up, giving it to all the managers at my job, and I can't live without it. And yes, before I leave the house, I'm like, oh, I'm tired, but wait a minute, I have to just put some tea on and put the Power Up in tea. I can't live without it. It's great.
Well, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
The thing about Power Up is I didn't invent Power Up to make money. It wasn't something I dreamed up one day sitting at my desk. Power Up evolved through work with people that were dying. And I had to develop something that was extremely powerful and potent. And it had to not need refrigeration because they were in the hospital. And they would keep it in the drawer by the bed, and then when there were no nurses or doctors around, they would sneak it out. And don't laugh. I've been put out of more hospitals. When I meet somebody and I sit down with them for a consultation, I can tell within 5 minutes whether that person's going to heal. How do I know whether they're going to heal? Attitude.
Right.
Attitude. You cannot heal if you're on the pity pot.
That's right.
You will not heal if you think you're a victim. Oh, why me, God? Why me? What did I do? I'm a good person. Illness does not strike you out of the clear blue sky. You have created an environment within yourself that invited this illness in. And you can just as easily create an environment that gets rid of it. But it takes effort. It takes effort. Don't set yourself up for failure by, oh, I'm going to have my new regime. I'm not going to eat this anymore. I'm not going to eat that anymore. And this is my new me. And this is, I'm going to stick to this. Don't do that. Because it's an evolutionary process. Let yourself evolve. If you set real super high standards and you don't meet them, then you're going to be depressed. And then you're going to eat some ice cream. And then you're going to say, oh, I had the ice cream, shoot. Might as well have some cookies too. Hell with it. So never let yourself go into that downward spiral. Power Up will keep you from is an attitude adjuster. It's not just about the physical having more energy. Yes, it gives you energy, it gives you endurance, it gives you stamina, it cleanses the colon, it helps with digestion, it builds the immune system, it strengthens the kidneys, it helps hair, skin, and nails, it fights anxiety, stress, depression, insomnia, does all that. But it's not just physical. It's spiritual, it's emotional, and it's mental. Example, I took Power Up one time to some women in prison. And I snuck it out to them, little baggies of it. And the guards tried they tried to confiscate it back, but nobody did it. When I went back 6 weeks later, this is what they were saying: I'm in jail, but I'm happy. I have my sense of humor back. I'm laughing again. That's the power of it. It uplifts you. Uplifts you, and it's uplifting you into a space in which you are already meant to be, but which you have missed because you're in bondage. We are all addicts. We are all addicts. It's just a question of whether it's legal or illegal. Is it going to kill you fast or kill you slow? Because remember this. When we do natural healing, we are not attacking a problem. We are giving the body the tools it needs to heal itself. If you move your bowels once a day, you're constipated. Your bowels should move twice a day. The way it should work is this. You eat food. Your brain says, oh, food, new waste coming, must remove old waste. And you should be in the bathroom 15 to 20 minutes after you eat. That's the way a healthy digestive system works. If you are moving your bowels every other day, every 2 days, every 3 days, you're in trouble. And if you move your bowels once a week, you're in deep trouble. Are antibiotics the only way to get rid of a bladder infection? Hell no. In the urinary tree, there is an herb called usnea. Usnea, U-S-N-E-A. Usnea is the most powerful antibiotic on earth. Right here. There's no such thing as a fatal disease.